Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. Last time we went through Legion headquarters, took on Model P. Really interesting battle. And this time we're going to start by going after Model H, instead of going to the control tower and going after Queen Bee. It'll make more sense as we when we go to the control tower. But the thing is, we have to get both Queen Bee and Model H before we can come back here and collect all of the artifacts we need to get the sub-tank anyway. So in the regards of trying to get the sub-tank, it doesn't matter which order we do these two stages. I think it's better to do floating ruins first in hard mode. Main reason being, in that tower section of the control center, it's much easier when you have Model H there, so that's why we're going after Model H first. Alright, but floating ruins, so to deal with this area, you notice those enemies are different. They now shoot 2 volleys of that on expert mode instead of 1. Remember, I was wondering why they didn't do that in normal mode. Like I said, I'm more used to the expert mode nuances than normal mode. Although, speaking of expert mode nuances, didn't I mention in normal mode that I thought the wind was worse than what it was? Well, here it's really bad. Look at this. You can be... Oh, that was poorly done. But that wind is nasty. I wanted to get that one up before... Great, I lost the enemy. I wanted to get that one up before dying. That's kind of the whole point of that. There we go. Now it's... Well, it's not okay if I die, but we can die and still be at parity. Yeah, so if you are walking against the wind, when it's at its high breeze point, you will literally not go anywhere. You will need to dash to get any sort of moment. Look at this. I'm being pushed back just because I'm not continually walking forward. I hate this wind. Now, this wind is absolutely nasty in expert mode. Look at this! Oh, it is ridiculous. What makes it especially difficult is that the wind will die down and change directions, and that really messes up your movements. Look at this. This is nonsense. And it only gives you a brief moment without wind. I feel that the wind is changing directions and picking up more often and more frequently than it was in normal mode as well. That's probably right. Isn't there another one up down here? I don't know. It's probably safer to just... There is another one-up, and I find it at some point. It's actually down below here. But I don't remember exactly where it is. But I do end up finding it. It might end up being an off-camera find when I was doing the... when I was getting the sub-tank. I'm not going to be showing getting the sub-tank because it's all basically the same. Oh, there's a... Oh, yeah, that's where the artifact will be, is in there. I should just go. And I know Queen Bee was nice at certain points getting through this stage. Oh my gosh, this wind. But, it's not necessary. Not as necessary, in my opinion, as Model H is for Queen Bee's stage. And this is the spot, this is the section... Gosh, I can't even make that jump while the wind is going. That's how awful this is. This is the segment where we can activate that side quest, but remember, we still have to beat the boss here anyways, in order to be able to get access to all 4 parts. and we have to go back through segment 1 and 2, and I'm not going backwards through those areas. No way. No, 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 no. I'll be starting the journey fresh, because then I have to go backwards and then come back forwards again, and as you can tell, this stage is kind of a pain on expert mode. So I just kind of want to get through this. I'm pretty sure I'm missing another one, but I can't get the one down there because I don't have Bifrost. Bifrost isn't even an option at this point anyways, so there's that. And I totally forgot that there were spikes there. Whoops. I just do like the music of this place. It's, again, another thing I like about this place. I think the theme of this stage with the wind and the tornadoes and that, the theme was done very well. It's just, this is not one of my favorite types of themes to be contending with in stages. You know, some people really dislike ice stages, some people really dislike water stages, and I dislike some of those as well, certain ones. But, I really dislike the wind themes. Wind themes where you're increasing your mobility, those tend to be fun.
What's a Model W
But
doing here?
this one where you got wind going back and forth, it's just,
Gravitational
it's a
anomaly?
huge pain.
Inescapable destiny. So, you came, Mega Man Model A.
Speaking of
And
huge
I'll be
pain,
taking the Model W.
Aeolus, what are you doing collecting all those Model Ws?
That's a silly question. You call yourself a Mega Man, yet you don't even know the significance of Model W. You fear what you don't understand, and eliminate what you fear. It's because of foolish people like you that there is conflict.
actually, you and Model W are the ones that are literally causing the conflict.
A lot like a threat.
So it is. In the world I have in mind, there is for idiots like you, Mega Man Model.
Yeah, I kind of skipped some of that
Your time's
dialogue.
up,
Oh well.
fool.
I'm sick of listening to this guy anyways. Booty merge. Okay. Aeolus on hard mode. He does that. That's his new attack. You can slide under it, but not when
Victory.
he's standing right
A
next to
fool
you.
has no right to rule.
Most of the time he will do it from a jumping position, in which case slide under it. Those tornadoes do tons of damage on hard mode. I think they'll take away like half your health bar. That is also a nasty attack. As is that. I gotta figure out how to dodge that.
Complete victory. A fool
You actually
has
can,
no
if you time it
to
right,
rule.
you can actually get a jump, even just a basic jump, and clear both of those. Dash jump will do it for sure, which is what you really want to try to be doing. So yeah, I replay the stage. That's not going to be the only time I have to replay the stage to this guy. So you can't go in between them and have time to jump again. Stop, stay away from me. This is actually a really tricky battle,
Complete victory.
where you can die really, really quickly. There's also a little bit of luck involved. Sometimes when he jumps in the air, he'll do his dash at you and then slash in the air, and you just slide under him, like that. Even though I didn't slide under him there. And sometimes he does just that lower slash and takes a step forward. You don't want him to do that, and you can't really control what he does and doesn't do.
Complete.
Because you want to keep your distance from him so you can dodge his other attacks and keep space so you can dodge those other attacks. And it's really tricky to do, so some part of this battle does involve a bit of luck. And some of it involves not running into all of his attacks. Also, by the way, I cut out an entire sequence of set of deaths on Game Over. So whatever I died in here, add like 3 or 4 more to it. Because the battles, they played out the same as all of these, and I didn't feel like showing them again. So you can see I found a way to dodge that one, and now we're going into this attack, which is definitely going to kill me.
Complete victory.
Yeah, that can be a tricky attack to dodge as well. Especially when you start trying to... I always start, like, trying to dodge it sooner than I should be. Yeah, I like when he does that dash, because then I can slide under him. No, stay away from me. You want... Stay away from me. Don't... Yeah, that's hard when he dashes at you and slashes at you. It's really hard when he's on the ground doing that. And you can see tornadoes can come from both sides. You left the screen. There's death pits beyond there. You died. It's not going to be that easy. And there I tried to attack him and I got punished for it. This battle was going very well until that point. Oh. And I wasn't... See, that time I was a little bit too far away from him. That's another thing you have to keep in mind. You don't want to be too super far away from him where he's more positioned to the right than where he is now. And your position more to the left, because what will happen is when he goes for his whirlwind attack, you won't be able to slide under it. It will clip you like it did to me. Now this battle's going awful. And remember, we have to beat this guy before we can get the sub-tank. So, getting the sub-tank is not an option yet. Oh, good. I'm glad that he decided to jump when he was right next to me and let me escape. Oh, he's doing this already. Switching to homing mode so I can focus more on dodging and still get hit anyways. See, the basic hop can get over both of those. He's doing that again, so we're going right for the homing. We dodged the whole volley of that. Oh, I thought I had him. Come on. Yes! Ah, finally got him.
Calculation. To think that I could be bested by a plebeian. I'll never
Definitely the most difficult boss thus far.
Your time's up, fool. I will right this world's wrongs.
Chrono Force is kind of up there too. But yeah, ALS is... She's nasty on Expert. See? Ash agrees. No, the power of booty metal isn't just something for everyone. Of course it's not. And this is all still basically the same dialogue we had before. This isn't the one where Chosen One. Yeah, this isn't the one that's going to explain the DNA infusion into Gray/Ash. That's the one I'm interested in. Because that's the one where the explanation's gonna have to be a little bit different.
Who is this guy? So I'm a blood relative of Albert?
Oh, yeah, that's what they did. Okay,
I know
it is
it's
that
not
one.
easy, but don't let it get to you. That's just some label Albert made up. Try not to think about it.
Yeah.
That Albert guy just used his position as one of the Sage Trinity to do whatever he wanted.
Yeah, so what happened was
It's true
humans
that
that
Albert knew more
had
about technology
survived
than anyone, but we had no idea that
Maverick
that was the
attacks,
kind of man he was.
which is Ash's
We should have
backstory.
known better.
It's also kind of Vent's
It's okay.
backstory.
I was kind of prepared for it. But if it's only
They kind
a
of
matter
end up
becoming
becoming
a
chosen
metal man,
ones for
then
biometal.
I'm no different from Iola's. There must be a reason that Albert treats me special.
I guess the only one who knows that is Albert.
The gravity in the area should normalize momentarily. Head to the next destination.
Alright, and while we're here, let's see if we can get this with Model H. I was also checking my number of lives just in case I screwed this up. And yes, we can. So yeah, it turns out that the humans that survived Maverick attacks were taken, and that's not what I was trying to do there. And then, you know, they were fixed up with some bio parts or whatever, and then that's how he got his DNA into them. So, yeah. Well, with that, I'm going to drop a save. I'll see you next time, and we'll take on the Queen.